Okay. Do we want to do another quick recap for the recording, or are we good?
Does anybody not have inspiration and want inspiration?
No, Julia still has his, so...
I don't think I have inspiration. I do inspiration for...
Go for it. I took shit notes last time, so I might need a refresher as well.
Yeah, I don't have inspiration. Alright, so, last session we began with Julius and Nin encountering a fiery, terrifying ghost thing that has claws and looks mostly burned out like a husk. Very fucked up, very terrifying, frightening, and also he was like, you should leave. And Julius was like, what if instead I did spiritual weapon? It was extremely poggers. What he thaumaturgied his voice and woke up the Lord, and also woke up Nagi and Irene, who were downstairs, and they ran up, and then the ghost was gone, and Nagi ran into the room and got herself burned because the air was still too hot, and I was like, God damn it. Everybody went to sleep, woke up in the morning, was like, hey, what the fuck is going on? And then some people went shopping, as you do, went to Fantasy Costco, got some diamonds, got some snowball treats, the usual. Nagi got some holy water. It was Julius and Nagi, though, that went to the bar to talk to an elf who is super old and whose name I cannot remember right now. I don't think I wrote it down in this Google Doc.
Fuck, so I didn't either. I just have Bard. Why did I do that?
The elf Bard man, who Nagi said a really funny line about one alcohol, please, and that was great. That's what I wrote down in my notes. I didn't write down the name of the guy you were going to meet. I wrote down, Nagi says one alcohol, please. It was funny.
Yep.
That's what I wrote down, and yeah, so the old Bard dude who told all the hot goss of several hundred years ago, in Kinjiro Manor and also in Horotari, as you do. But what was discovered was that the former Lord Abe Kinjiro, who was the one who looks like Shinji Kinjiro, but was like, was that 200 years ago or 400 years ago?
200.
200. Love to hear it. 200 years ago, he had a lover whose name was Marcus something.
Pieterson.
I remember names sometimes, but very rarely. And they had like they were messy gays, and so they had a hard falling out, and it's possible that Pieterson killed himself. It's assumed that he did. He got like exiled or sent away after being like really clingy to the Lord, and then it is assumed that he killed himself, and then that sucked, but it was also super messy. And then Julius had some very strong opinions about this priest guy named Walsh, and said he was the worst thing to happen to Horotari, and the elf was like, well, there have been some wars and natural disasters in the past.
He was like,
It's the one guy, Cap. It's the one guy, bud. You keep telling yourself that. And then we all reconvened back at the manor, and we're like, so this doesn't make a lot of sense. Unless there were two ghosts. That is why the name of the episode is or two ghosts are real, or whatever we said.
Yeah.
The name of the episode. And we were like, okay, cool. Let's see if we can figure this out. And then we didn't. And we were like, let's go find one of the ghosts. And so Aster tracked down the box of stolen shit. We tracked it to where there was already the burned room. Opened the door. And that motherfucker was in there. And Aster was like, hey, bro, can we talk? And the ghost was like, what are you, a cop? Fuck off. And this threw a fireball at him.
Hey,
he
said
Parker said fireball. We all thought that Parker said fireball, but it was firebolt.
Yup.
So we are okay. We are okay, folks. That's what happened last session.
The more you know.
The more you know.
The more you know.
So the first thing that is going to happen is I'm going to roll the attack against Aster.
Yep.
What's your stats, buddy? What's your stats, friend?
He doesn't have them.
No stats.
He has no stats. He is commoner.
No bonuses to his attack rolls.
Does Julius seriously not have any? I should change that.
I'm just gonna roll an attack without you seeing it, so I know what the modifier is. Haha. Okay.
Did we have a long rest between?
We had
Yes.
one
Session?
rest, yes.
Okay.
Does a 23 hit you, Aster?
Yes. Unfortunately, yes.
Okay. You are going to take. What was your spellcaster level? Did I write that down? Yes, I did. Okay. That gives you the 3d10.
Oh, good.
21 points of damage.
Ooh. Yikesies!
Asta is very crispy now.
He's
Okay,
a
he just
crunchy
adds-
man.
As Pietrusson just sort of reaches out his hand, and this spark of blue flame surges out and splashes Aster's directly across the chest.
Oh,
I need everyone to roll me initiative.
that's fucking rude.
My dude. Guys, I don't think if we fight this ghost, I have a sneaking suspicion the ghost will win. Just my theory.
I mean, we're probably gonna have
Why
to
would-
fight it anyways.
Do you think that?
Oh
I
god,
think this might
everything's
just happen whether we
lagging.
want it to or not.
Ooh, nice Nagi.
Unhappy.
That was
I didn't
massive
click
damage
Irene
on that.
Token, fuck.
It was massive
That
damage.
was a lot of damage.
I'm
Yeah.
rolling another attack or another initiative, but I'm changing it to the 12 because I forgot to click her
Irene
before
rolled
I
really well
started.
too. Hell
Yeah.
Oh no, wait,
No, she did. She rolled a 12. 18
Oh
was
no,
like, I fucked up roll.
Oh,
Oh,
Aster.
But my boy.
Well, look at Aster. Look at Aster though.
Oh
Wow.
god.
See Marcus's initiative?
Yes. Or
Yes.
yeah.
Okay, good.
19.
Because I accidentally rolled it whispered, and I didn't mean to, and I wanted to make sure.
Look at that fucked up.
Aw, man.
Fucked
also
up with
got a
true.
12. Okay.
Come on.
What about our rogue? What's our rogue get?
Is there a reason I'm having so much lag?
It's because you have no rights, because it's homophobic.
Yeah, I had a little bit of
too.
I had some lag before for Discord, but it's okay now, I think.
It's also possible video make lag.
Yeah.
Video game.
Yeah, I think it's the Roll20 is laggy a little because I'm like using the scroll sidebar thing and it's just like slow.
Yeah, actually.
Yeah.
That's okay. We'll just deal with it.
Mm-hmm.
It's the best we got.
Roll20's been giving me
Oh,
problems
good. He
all
has a
week.
layer action.
Mm,
Do not become a
Layer action?
20.
Hello?
God. No, not a layer action.
I hate some layer
Excuse
action
me?
content.
You better get out of there, buddy. You're gonna get crispy.
I need to roll for Ixalia.
Have been proven by Julius and Nin's encounter with this to fuck you up real bad.
Yeah.
It's not good.
It's not good or spicy, so.
It's a little bit spicy,
Oh, it's true. It is spicy.
but it's not good spicy.
It's not good spicy. It's very bad spicy of all the spices that it could be.
Oh,
my
shit.
god.
Love to see it, Ixalia.
Oh damn. Ix right.
Ix right.
Nice.
That's all.
I only know one rogue.
Yes.
Noct, would you
Like,
like
at this
me to
point,
roll
always has
for Alex?
I'm trying. Hold on. It is.
Okay.
It is taking me a sec.
That's
it's alright, take your
valid.
time.
Okay, Jasper,
got
since
it.
you're not looking out the window, I'm gonna
Oh,
close
okay.
the
That's
balcony
fine.
door because it's chilly.
Okay. I believe that's everybody.
And I would like to not be cold.
Imagine wanting to not be cold.
Can't
I bet
relate.
Aster would like to be cold right now.
He's been through worse.
Oh, I'm
You
crying.
are being very rare right now.
Just for clarification, this is the same day that we forgot for where we didn't have a long rest, right?
No, we had
No,
one.
we had one.
Okay,
Um,
cool.
because this is later in the day.
A long rest has been had.
Has to be.
Yes. Okay. So it is Exalia's turn first,
Excellent.
even before the lair actions.
Solid.
Yum!
X rights.
It's right.
Kill them all, Ix.
Ixalia is just going to. She's going to end up putting. She's going to kind of. She's kind of trapped behind everybody else right now, is the problem.
She could probably shoot over Granny. Or, I don't know.
Front, right?
Granny's in the wrong direction.
She is. And, Alex is right in the middle.
Can you make her teammates or
Yes. However, I'm trying to think about what she wants to do as a rogue.
there?
Rogue.
Hide behind Alex and shoot.
She'll put herself there for now.
Ooh, what did I do?
Is she high enough level for assassinate?
I don't know.
Yes, she is.
That's
I
like
need to
a
check the warning.
And
That's a third. Okay. She is going to take
However-
her advantage.
hasn't it already technically had its first round of combat?
True, right.
Isn't that a
So,
But she would get advantage, or no?
no, because
Yeah.
he took his action.
Got a
He was
surprise
in-
round.
Yeah, he was the initiating act of combat. And he didn't technically get a surprise round, but he was the one who initiated combat. And those are two different things in my brain. Okay. So she's just gonna...
Now, Parker, very quickly, do you do we can't talk stuff from time to time?
Yes, you cannot talk until your turn. You can
Okay,
respond on someone
cool.
else's turn, but you cannot initiate conversation on someone else's turn. If that makes sense.
It does.
Mhm.
I'm just pointing out what I'm doing.
Okay. I think Excelia is going to take a shot. She won't have advantage and won't have sneak attack, but
Ooh.
I believe that still hits.
Come on.
Yes, it does.
Excellent.
She shoots, but it seems like the bolt goes almost through this ghosty man. And then she is going to duck into the bathroom.
Does it
And
do
do a-
damage, or?
It does seem to do damage. Just you know how devastating Exalia's shots can be. This seems to. It does do something, but not a
Okay.
lot. And then she is going to bonus action hide. Wrong character sheet. Open Exalia's, please.
Who did you try to?
Marcus.
Oh god.
Not
God.
quite.
Every time I hear Marcus, I think Raven.
Mm-hmm.
I think funky little Raven man.
She is.
Thank you.
I mean, that's a stealth roll.
It is.
Nagi, it is your turn.
Yeah. So we have a fire ghost, right? Right in front of us?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Nagi thinks fire ghost, maybe water will help, so she is going to step in front of Aster to maybe try and protect him a little, and then cast use her once a day Rachel's ability to cast create and destroy water right over Marcus.
Ooh.
Mark in the funky
Marky
Okay.
Mark down.
You conjure water, you drawing it sort of from the air around you almost, and it splashes over him, and again, while it goes through him, he's a ghost. He is non-corporeal.
Yeah.
It does seem to. He kind of recoils from it a little bit.
Excellent.
And the blue flicks of inside, like almost inside of his body, kind of. They don't douse, but they kind of. It's almost as if they themselves are also recoiling away from the water.
Ooh.
Although technically nothing in his sheet says that would do anything specifically to him. Because that was creative enough, I'm going to let you be able to skip the lair action for this round.
Yes!
Ooh, yes.
Oh, hell yeah.
Fucking bless.
Fuck.
Since all of his lair actions are flame based.
Then she will.
It is his
take a-
turn. Oh,
Wait, then
sorry.
Then she'll just take a defense position in front of Aster, and that's it.
Okay. It is his turn.
That little
He kind of-
lady.
I was wondering when someone would come.
Baby. He kind of reels a little bit from the splash of water, and he's going to step forward in this direction to kind of get away from the puddle you made. Despite what his token says, he is not in the wall. And again, as he moves, you see that sort of like there is that radius almost of blue flame and ember in the walls and floor around him, and as he moves and steps forward, that radius shifts with him, leaving behind undamaged walls and flooring. It seems almost as if this is sort of a moving effect with him. Well, not illusory, it's still hot, you can feel it, but it's not permanent in that way. Mans is not about that shit. He is going to...
Oh, I don't think Julius is in the turn order.
Ah, shit, what's his initiative?
10. So he's just
I can
before
get
Alex.
you on the turn order.
I hadn't clicked his token when I rolled, I guess.
Jasper, stop it. You're being a
More
nuisance.
cow man.
Parker, your cat is a nuisance.
There are now two Juliuses. No.
Excellent!
I invoke duplicity.
That's just like
Duplicity! Even though he's
What was your initiative,
Listen.
Julius, again?
10.
10.
10. Okay.
Just before Alex.
Jasper, if you don't chill, I'm just gonna pull you in my lap and make you stay there.
Excellent. Okay, you're there. You don't have your
Come on.
token, but you're there.
Thank you.
He is going to go ahead. How far out is that? Yeah, he's not a super big fan of apparently you, Aster. As he is going to cast Burning Hands. And I am
Leave
going to
Sunboy alone.
I'm going to need Nagi and Aster to make me dexterity saving throws.
I mean, Aster is a cop, so I get it, but also, god fucking damn it.
Nice, Nagi.
Solid Nagi, Aster, your
Come
dex
on.
save.
I know, I'm getting my thing to reopen.
Do
I see you're vibing, PK.
I'm vibing.
I'm just sitting here considering putting dice in my mouth.
No!
No,
Don't put
Crunchy.
dice in your mouth!
not permitted.
But
I've been scolded for this already, Ren. If I
But-
get
Dice
scolded
are-
for it,
okay,
you
so
do
listen.
too.
Dice are
Crunchy.
mouth shaped. They belong in mouths.
like, just look at that.
Put it away. Not allowed. Not permitted. Ren. Ren, I have done that before, and once it's in your mouth, the temptation to swallow is so high.
Okay, I'll put it back.
Okay.
I'm still gonna play with it though,
Okay, this
actually.
is-
I need something to fidget with.
Fidget.
This is chugging, so I might actually go grab my physical dice for.
Go for it. Oh, got a 9. There it is.
Chug-a-lug-lug. 9!
Right for Aster. Right.
Asher, you're gonna take 12 damage. Nagi, you take 6.
Okay.
As,
Well, Astra is still up, fortunately.
Woohoo!
as he sort of reaches his hands out like this. Again, they're not hands. They're more these mangled abominations of hands that end in these horrible scything claws. And he reaches out, and again that gout of blue flame out towards the two of you. And unlike the radiant effect he seems to have, this time this catches against the bamboo tatami mat beneath your feet. Um, and is generally around, and he's going to take one step forward into where the flames have caught up in front of him. And he is going to attempt to hide.
Bitch, we can see where your flames is.
Come on!
Nope.
No right.
He has an ability within standing within flames. Marcus can attempt to hide as a bonus action.
Rightless.
No rights for bastard.
Rightless.
What's his stealth?
Stealth is bad because I say so.
He rolls a 14. I'm sure people's passives beat that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, technically, but
Well, Nim, you have
s-
such bad wisdom.
I have such bad wisdom.
For those of you that it does not beat your passive, he sort of seems to almost, like heat mirage.
Yeah.
It sort of is that effect, as it almost sort of conceals him from you. Those of you that do pass that, you still sense that kind of like mirage sort of effect starting to pick up, but you can still see him. He just looks a little distorted. Irene, your turn.
Already?
Yes.
Bruh. I
Yeah.
thought really.
Irene, Nin, what are your dexes?
Oh, mine's just a 1. I'm sure she goes before.
3.
Yeah, so it's Nin's turn.
But I can't see him because my passive perception is a 9.
Yeah, you have no idea where he is.
I'm gonna step into the room because I also can't really see anything from the angle I'm at.
Mm-hmm.
And I will hold. I'll just hold an Eldritch Blast until he shows up again.
Okay. Irene.
Oh god. That did not buy me very much time. Okay. Irene is going to cast Mage Armor on herself because I realized lately that I should really cast Mage Armor on myself.
Is her mage armor
Because-
is her mage armor the sweater?
Yeah, her sweater just shimmers a little bit with all the power and love from her
Aw.
dear friend
Oh,
as she casts Mage Armor. Because fuck. And then because she's very small and in the back and apparently not proficient with perception, so she also can't see this guy, and also a pacifist, she's going to say, "Oh, come on now, there's got to be a better way to solve all this than all this fighting. No, come on, talk to us."
Make a persuasion check.
Okay.
Oh, Granny.
Fucking fuck.
Come on,
I'm
Granny.
gonna use my inspiration on this that I just got. Because
To take
I think it's
advantage?
important. Advantage. Got to have advantage. Got to be sexy.
oh.
222.
Those are pretty
Nice.
spicy,
Fuck yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
And he has a negative wisdom.
Good for him.
Pog
So there's
chair.
nothing you can roll.
Yeah, there's a pause. And then a response coming again from this flame where you can't really see where he's gone. Nothing much to
I
talk
am-
about.
I'm not here to start shit.
Can-
Master Peterson,
Can
you clearly recognized me, which means you're not the one who possessed me. And it doesn't make sense for you to have stolen that box of items. I am not
Irene
going...
can Irene
Oh,
say
unless-
something else?
Go
Yes,
ahead.
you may.
Okay. Irene will say, "We want to understand why this is happening. That's all we want to do. We don't want to fight."
I'm not a fan of self-incrimination.
I mean, he's being perfectly reasonable right now.
And Aster, as you speak to him, there is just a glare, and he does not respond to you.
Okay.
I know her.
That's fair enough, I suppose. Irene will. No, I mean that's all Irene can really do, I guess. But she doesn't want to fight this gentleman.
Julius.
Give me a second. Trying to. Does he want to do that? Well, he can see Nagi, so he's just gonna haste her. Because
Oh,
that's
God.
honestly that's the most useful thing he can do. Can we can't see him, correct?
If your passive is below a 14, you can roll
Yeah.
to try to see him.
Yeah, I might have to do that. What would that be? That would be perception?
Yes.
Oh, natural one. Yeah, no, he don't see shit. So, yeah,
I don't see fucking shit at all.
nah. My astigmatism!
Julius canonically has astigmatism.
he needs glasses, but he doesn't wear them. That's why his rolls are so
Alex-
bad.
Alex, it is your turn.
Fucking I need it all. Hello.
Yes.
I
can
can't.
hear you.
Sorry, I have a mute keybind now, but I can't remember if I hit it or not. Is the issue?
We can hear you.
Okay. Alex. Fuck, I know what Alex is gonna do. Attacking seems like a bad idea. On
Well,
his
Master is right in front of you and very crispy.
Attacking seems like a bad idea, given that what Granny said seemed to have done at least something. And Alex would prefer not to get burned again. So, I cannot remember what this bad boy had prepared. Did you do anything good, buddy? Come on. Sorry.
It's all good.
Aster does look quite injured in front of you, I will say.
Yeah, I took... Yep, cure wounds. I can do it at second level, if that's probably best.
Yep.
Just gentle hands on the shoulders.
Mm-hmm.
Very, dad-like.
He does tense up a little, and then he realizes that it's healing, and sort of forces himself to relax.
Yeah, calm down.
But he does tense up, and you can sort of see the head straighten a little bit, but he recognizes the healing and forces himself to relax.
Alright, so that's gonna be 2d8 plus 5, I think it is.
Yes.
$13.
Take 13 points of healing, Aster.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you would like to do, Alex?
He doesn't want to make a wrong move by accident, so, like, I guess, I don't know if there's a D&D, like, thing for, like, just being ready to respond to whatever happens next.
Yes. That,
Because I don't know if he, like, is, like, hold an action would be, what I guess, the closest thing, but he isn't necessarily holding anything specific. It's more of, like, he's ready to go as soon as typically if something hits the fan.
Okay. I can keep that in mind. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
There's not anything mechanically I can think about, but
We'll
it will
figure
be
out.
in my brain for things.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Dungeons and Dragons. Aster, your turn.
Aster, again, is very pointedly not going for a weapon.
Mm-hmm.
He also cannot see Marcus at the moment, so he's kind of looking where Marcus had been.
Mm-hmm.
I saw the contents of that box, and I saw how delicately you were having to go through it. And it doesn't make sense why you would have taken the things that are in that box. And you recognized me, which means you recognized me and what I was, and that I was a threat, which means you're not the one who possessed me. I do not have a fight with you. I will protect myself, but I am not going to provoke you when I don't have reason to. And since the reason we were commissioned here is because someone was stealing from the Lord, and it makes no sense for you to be the one who have been doing that, peace is an option. I will not draw my weapon on you except in self-defense. Now, I would also like to heal myself because ow, but I will not be casting at you.
Make a persuasion check.
In the background, Julius is just sneering, like, are you serious? We were hired to get rid of this shit. What are
At
you
disadvantage.
doing?
Sorry.
Yeah, I figured.
Disadvantage, yeah, persuasion disadvantage.
I figured.
Julius in his
But
mind,
Aster is...
cops.
Here's the thing, Aster is trying to be a cop who believes in de
As soon as D&D Beyond decides to be
Come on.
nice and give me your roll.
Yeah. Cough it up, D&D Beyond. Give us your lunch money.
D&D Beyond?
Or, sorry, roll 20.
Roll.
We're not dead, Irene.
There
no.
it is. Oof.
Oof.
I'm
That's a 7.
Yeah.
I respect him.
And to put on the point, he is going to... So would I be able to lay on hands during that? Or not lay on hands? Cure wounds? On that?
You'd be allowed...
Nah.
Yes, you'd be allowed to cure wounds yourself.
Yeah.
There
is the raising of the hand and putting it to probably his shoulder. The very clear, this is not going towards you, this is...
Because he does have a negative in wisdom, I'm still gonna roll. The response you get is a very snapped. I'm not in the business of talking to cops.
Then I can step out of the room. I can step out of the room and take my associate. Would that be more agreeable? Because right now, the information I have, you're not the one we care about.
Still fucking up places though.
There's a moment of consideration, just a heartbeat. Leave your symbols on the floor and get out.
I would like it back. And he does take his amulet from around his neck and place it on the floor. Nagi, yours as well.
She'll get on her turn, don't worry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do you want to move faster?
He does. He's gonna...
Mm-hmm.
Come on. He's gonna step back to there, and then probably to... Once Roll20 decides to work, yeah, I'm gonna have to turn video off.
Go for it. Roll20's been a bit of a bastard for me the last week or so anyway.
It's not loading where you went for me at all yet.
Yeah.
The real gay homophobic character was Roll20.
But he's gonna, once I actually can, he's gonna
Yeah.
move to next to Julius.
Okay.
Oh,
Exalia seems confused, but is going to hold her shot. To the next time this man's makes an attack. Nagi?
Okay. So how much of this room is on fire?
Just like right underneath your feet.
Oh.
the area that got burning hands.
Yeah.
Then she'll just shrug and put down her amulet and then walk back right here, but stay like right by there so that she's still like barely peeking with her head out. Because she wants to watch whatever the fuck's gonna happen. Yeah. And I guess with her actions, just bonus action and bonus action, floss. I guess.
Jesus, okay.
Julie.
She's out there like a fucking champ.
Can we get some pod camps, guys?
Julius
Can we
looks
get some pod camps?
Julius looks so frustrated, like, I wasted a fucking spell on this and you're trying to do diplomacy? God.
He's again going to hold his lair action back. However, he does sort of re-emerge from the flames, and you can all see him again. And he points over at you, Nagi, and he goes, and he kind of motions you further back. Like,
still
nah.
flossing. Still flossing. She is, in fact, using the floss as movement. Using the floss like as a movement.
Oh my God.
So inches herself backwards. And,
I love one monk.
God.
She's so good.
I love her very
Love
much.
her.
then she'll move over by Granny.
Ugh. Roll 20. I'm so slow.
Just flossing by the wizard.
Discord has decided it wants to crash on my computer, so
Oh no!
So no video rights for Parker?
no video rights for Parker. So I'm gonna pause on the initiative order for now.
Ovi! He wants your salad.
He wants my salad. He wants it
Just
so
a
bad.
little man. Give him the salad.
Look at his eyes. He's full silly zone. Right now.
He desires the salad.
You want the crunch leaf.
I'm gonna put a pause on the initiative order. Nin, Irene, Julius, and Alex can all step into the room, and Marcus will ask you to shut the door behind you.
Oh boy.
Oh no, okay.
Pog. This is exactly the situation.
These are the people who should be handling this situation.
This is the ideal.
I
I'm
mean,
not,
it,
like, really in a wall right now, right? Like, this is still a valid place to be.
That's still a valid place to be, yeah.
Julius
Granny
is
is
gonna
kinda
stay a
small.
little close to Granny, just so it's like, leave our wizard alone.
Granny will, if close enough, hold Julius's hand.
Oh, yeah,
For his
he'll.
comfort, not hers, but she will still hold his hand.
The ceiling, very important. Is the
Um,
ceiling tall enough for Alex?
You feel his bracelet
enough
press. You actually grab the hand that has his bracelet. You notice the symbol and stuff on it. So I don't know if you saw it before, but
You know, fuck if I know. We'll see later. I probably did. Maybe? I don't know.
yeah.
Alex, would you like to step into the room with the rest of the diplomacy team, or would you like to stay outside?
I am stepping in the room. Is the room tall enough for an Alex, however?
Okay, I think I have video rights back.
Oh,
Alex, would you like to stay outside with your other cleric and monk, or would you like to be part of the diplomacy team on the inside of the door?
Diplomacy team.
yay!
Is the room tall enough for Alex?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Just
Comfortable.
barely. Your head is starting to brush the top. But
That's better than most places, so he'll take it.
So tall. So tall.
Tall man.
and the door shuts behind, and I presume someone will shut the door behind them as Marcus has requested.
Alex will go in last, and he will shut the door.
Okay.
Good man.
I am not about to on the map because I'm not about to futz with that right now. Marcus is standing still, licks of blue flame at his heels. He's not quite standing on the floor. He's probably about an inch off of it, actually.
Floaty boy.
And as he looks at all of you, it's almost as if the flames on the inside of his body kind of dim a little bit, so they're not quite spilling out as far. But you can still see little flicks, especially from his eyes. He crosses his arms in front of his chest. And he goes, "This is how it's gonna work now. You, 1, 2, 3, 7, he has to count, are going to leave the house, and you're going to let me do what I need to do. And we're never going to speak of this."
Can I ask what it is that you need to do? Like, specifically?
Make a persuasion check.
Yeah, you never let us figure that out before, so it would be nice to know.
Oh, Pognin!
Nice!
A queen. A legend. I love her.
He sort of narrows his eyes at you. I assume at this point you at least suspect Abe is still here as well?
Yes.
He is attempting something. I'm pretty sure I know, but young Mr. Walkie is in great danger. Your young policeman friend spoke of possession.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm not sure how he's intending to pull it off, but I think Abe wants Waki's body for his own.
Oh no.
Oh, yes. I could see how that might be beneficial.
Out of character, can you remind me who Abe is?
Abe is the 200-year-old ghost man
Okay.
who, Pieterson, this ghost, was once in a romantic relationship with.
They
Got it.
fucked.
They fucked.
That's
These
not
ghosts
ideal.
are gay, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Gay ghosts, gay ghosts, gay
Gay
ghosts.
ghosts. Gay ghosts.
A gay and a
One of them is
bisexual ghost.
Yes. LGBT ghost. In fact, I was gonna say that G stands for ghost without erase something, but also it's fun of it.
Gay ghost.
That's
GG
true.
for gay
L-
ghosts.
LGBTQIA.
God, this
But
is
yeah,
a
sorry,
serious
let's
conversation.
continue with the game.
Sorry,
This is a serious
fucker.
conversation. I can't hold on.
I need to.
I've been keeping post by the nursery to make sure he can't get in physical range until somebody. And he glares at the two, at Julius and Min. Force my hand on that one.
Julius just flips him off. He doesn't have the time. He's like, oh, whatever. Hey, you didn't want to talk about anything either, so... It's not necessarily my fault. I was defending myself.
Oh, shut up. You see the flames kind of flare as he sort of lashes out in this anger, then he... And he sort of breathes himself. It's not really breathing, it's more like kind of trying to pull the flames back down to somewhere less. Don't push me. Anger is harder to contain this way.
Certainly looks like it.
He's not gonna say
Don't.
anything.
I don't want to hurt you, Seven. Well, he looks at the door and he goes, and then he doesn't say. He goes to say something, and then he censors himself. You five are innocent.
Can I insight check him? Does he
You-
seem like he
You
really
five?
wants to?
What? Is
See, he
it
doesn't,
The
doesn't-
count
cops are not
cops as, he
innocent.
doesn't count the cops as innocent, guys.
Oh
No,
my
I mean-
god.
Okay, but what has
Roll.
Nagi done? She just died. Okay.
She's a cop. Unfortunately, she now does paperwork with the cops.
You can roll insight.
Yeah, I'm curious
12.
about that. Can I also?
You can also roll insight.
Okay, because I was curious as well.
Is this? I feel like this is a valid situation for Irene to actually.
Oh
roll
yeah,
insight.
no, Julius didn't do much better.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was more
I think
interested
I
in
would.
like in his intentions towards Lord Waki,
20.
but I doubt she got much.
Nin and Julius, the thing that you really sort of pick up is when he talks about anger is hard to control, he means it.
Yeah.
And it's not necessarily, it seems as if it's something he's more battling rather than was like, it doesn't seem natural to him, the anger that he flares out with and then tries to pull back. Irene
The
and
anger
Alex.
doesn't seem natural, or controlling the anger doesn't seem natural.
The anger doesn't seem natural.
Okay.
Irene and Alex,
Hi.
alongside this idea that that this anger doesn't seem to be becoming him in a way, at least this very fiery lashing out anger, he seems completely legitimate. What he's saying here is at least what he believes to be true. And when he talks about Abe, that is the only time the anger that speaks in his voice seems to be natural.
Okay.
Julius is gonna hesitantly say, "Is that what's keeping you here? The anger you feel for Abe?"
He glances at the door. You could say that.
So, what you need to do, in the context of, you know, what you were saying earlier, we leave and you do what you need to do. What you need to do is stop Abe. That's your goal.
He nods. He kind of he points at like the ash kind of covered floor and he goes, "I got close once, I can do it."
But why can't we help?
It's his burden. His anger, not ours.
We were
Yeah,
also
but you know, you shouldn't turn away a helping hand if someone's offering.
Getting rid of him would be good for us as well.
I think it's what everyone here wants.
It's true, we're not at cross purposes here.
Maybe you five aren't. And again, he glances at the door. It's them I'm worried about. This is penance for my sins. If they get in the way, then...
Well, we could make them sit on their hands.
He kind of shakes his head and he goes, "Doesn't matter. Long time ago, I was warned against people like them. They'll mean to drag me to hell."
I mean, they always seem pretty reasonable to me.
You're not dead.
Yeah, that's true.
One of them was.
Well, you talked about penance, didn't you? If your penance is paid, there's no reason to drag you to hell.
Not according to them.
Alright, okay, so the trouble is with those two exclusively, and so you tell all 7 of us to leave.
I don't know where your loyalties lie. How's to know you won't turn me over the moment this is done?
Julius
Because that would be a dick move.
Julius is just gonna raise his wrist with the, basically the alternate god of life, and just show it to him and just say, "I'm not necessarily in their line of thinking."
He kind of...
I think people can be redeemed.
He sort of peers down at it, and he looks at all 5 of you and he goes, "You really don't know the people they work for, do you?"
Well, not in the slightest, dear. It's not as though about it.
I don't want to fill out any more paperwork.
They're kind of hush-hush about it.
Didn't really
But I
associate with their kind.
What do you know about them? Because they haven't really been telling us all that much.
Make another persuasion roll.
Pog!
Hell yeah!
Finally, a
Oh,
high
yeah.
charisma character.
They've told you what? They guard against necromancy?
Yes.
They're the guards of the gods' greatest secrets. There's a lot they hide from you. Well, maybe even hidden from themselves. They don't know what they guard. Or maybe they do. Either way.
What do you mean? What secrets?
There's forms of power in this world. The gods don't want us, mortals, to know about. The fact I even know any of it. It's enough to condemn me. Again, maybe those two out there don't know more about it, but their superiors certainly do.
Well, at the moment, there's no need for the superiors to get involved with what is going on currently. If you send all of us away, I have no doubt that at least Asta will most likely have to, do some paperwork and bring in whoever else needs to come in. They're very bureaucratic, have you noticed? But I don't believe that sending us away will mean an end to your troubles with them.
Then what do I do?
It's a lovely question. I think... Go ahead, dear.
Well, maybe, I don't know, we could talk to them about looking the other way, but you'd have to give us a bit of faith as well.
Make another persuasion roll.
Come on,
No
Nick.
pressure.
Yes!
Oh, shit.
That's my granddaughter.
Someone's on fire. Holy heck.
man, hell yeah!
Fuck yeah.
I love
Don't
you.
expect me to roll any other good rolls.
Yeah, that's it. That's all you
This is
said.
it. Don't ask me to roll anything else.
Julius will take the L and roll shit for.
Thank you.
He looks down at you, Nin, and he sort of peers at you sort of closely. He takes another step forward towards you,
Sorry, buddy.
and his head tilts a little,
Sorry, Lance.
and he nods. I'll give you a chance, little one.
Thank you.
I'm not leaving the room. And they don't come in here.
Okay, I think that's probably fair.
Seems reasonable enough.
And he sort of moves and settles back kind of towards the fireplace. And he reaches out with one hand and it lights in that blue flame. And he crosses his arms to wait.
For us to leave?
Alright, let's go have another chat with our dear friend, shall we?
Yeah.
Yoink our little selves on out.
Waddle, waddle, waddle.
Is anyone grabbing the holy symbols?
Nin wouldn't
I
think
think
so.
No.
I think if you move to do that, Mark goes, no, that stays here for now.
Alright. Fair enough.
Yeah, Julius just steps over them.
It wouldn't even cross Nin's mind.
Yeah.
Irene's still holding Julius's hand, by the way.
Oh.
Good.
Yeah.
Naki is
Precious.
still walking.
To be fair, it hasn't been that long.
I imagine that she's
Yeah,
just
I
doing
think
it in like
Asta has-
double time for a minute.
Yeah.
Well, occasionally it's really slow, and then occasionally it's really fast. Then sometimes it's just like at weird rhythms, and it's like. Sorry, go ahead.
While this is going on, I think Asta has done a couple of cure wounds to patch himself
Excuse me.
up because ow.
Fair enough. Take as many rolls in the spell slots as you need.
Gosh, my cat is an orb.
Alright.
So round.
Once we're outside, first of all, Irene sees Nagi floss and it's like, oh, you're getting your cardio in today, dear, aren't you?
I get bored really easily. So I do things like this.
Good for you. You keep working on that. So, and mostly looking at Asta here, he doesn't like you.
It's because you're a
For
cop. Have you
obvious
tried not
reasons.
being a cop?
After winces at that.
Yes. So he doesn't like you. He doesn't trust you, and he
Okay.
frankly doesn't want you anywhere near. But
It seems we have similar interests now.
he,
Okay.
quite frankly, he's concerned about getting dragged off to hell when all this is over with, I think was his exact phrasing.
He also has concerns that Waki might be possibly getting body snatched by Abe.
Yes, that was his main
Wait,
point.
hold on.
It's what he thinks Abe's plans are.
Yes.
He is trying to stop that.
He thinks Abe is attempting to subsume the Lord.
Yes.
That's what.
It would make sense, wouldn't
Oh,
it? You know, he
fuck.
was a lord, there's a body of a lord, he's the ghost of a lord. It could all add up very well in his favor if he pulled it off.
Okay,
I'm betting he tried to do that with the previous lord, and that's why he's in such rough shape.
It also explains that. It explains the items. Family trees, so you know what's going on. Personal correspondence, so you know current allegiances
He's
and.
trying to figure out his personality through... Yes, that makes a lot of sense, actually.
Oh.
So, the long and short of it is that he seems willing enough to let us help.
But doesn't trust me or Nagi worth it now.
Absolutely
Yes,
not.
as previously mentioned, he believes that at the end of all this, he'll be dragged off to hell.
Honestly, I didn't know that we were in the business of dragging spirits off to hell. I thought we just the old necromancers. So I guess we maybe have to have a talk later. Still flossing.
It's. I don't make the decision on where people. Well.
Secondly, I personally don't care about dragging him to hell. So.
God damn it, Parker.
Technically. Parker, what did you
knew
say?
it.
You guys want to send him to super hell? Oh my god!
God, he's gonna go to super
No,
hell.
I think we're going to send the bisexual ghost to super hell. Keep up.
God, you're laughing. Aster Nagla gonna send the gay ghost to super hell and you're laughing.
Good lord. Does that make Nagi and Aster, Dean, and Sam Winchester?
Oh god.
Yes.
Oh god.
Hunting things. It's a family business.
Oh
God.
Okay.
But yeah. So anyway, so I'm personally, unless I really have to, I'm not going to. I'm willing to work with
It's
him.
not technically our decision, but we can vouch one way or another. We can sort of, based on what we have observed. But it's not our decision. It's.
no.
I don't think it's even.
Couldn't
Captain's
you
decision.
Is there
like, stretch the truth maybe a bit?
You could just say there's
You know,
one
maybe
ghost.
you didn't see something, and
Yeah,
if you didn't see
maybe
it, you
there
can't
is
report it.
From the sounds of it. Abe is. So theoretically, once Abe is gone, Marcus, that Mr. Pierre does something. Disappears now that he doesn't have that tether. I don't know. I don't entirely know how ghosts work. They're a little bit above my pay grade. And a little bit. He kind of makes a fingers point. And that's mostly because they're below my general experience level.
is
Apparently not now, but between
do you have to report him then?
Fire ghost? What fire ghost?
That's his spirit, not dear.
The only ghost were the ghosts we made along the
I
way.
don't- I definitely do have to report the canisters we found because anything that because I have been because I have been told that any item that lights up with spirit needs to be. I haven't been told why, but I've been told that they are dangerous.
Julius just... He makes, like, the weirdest sound in the back of his throat, like, like, what the fuck are you talking about? Sort of.
Okay.
I don't
Alright.
know.
So, you have
There
to
is so much that is classified.
Mm-hmm.
Can I insight check Sunboy?
Roll an insight check.
Yep.
I want to know if he really doesn't know.
Joe, roll me a persuasion or deception check.
No.
Or never mind, I don't think you can physically roll either persuasion or deception.
Yeah, no, I physically cannot roll. Because I physically cannot roll lower than a 4 persuasion.
Good
Lord.
lord.
You have no idea.
Fucking much. I love Nin so goddamn much.
I do too.
Yeah.
Your
And just knows so many good things.
She gets really distracted. Like, there's, I don't know, a fly or
Not
something on the wall next to Astra's head, and
You're extremely confused about all these things they're saying about, like, turning in ghosts to, like, who? What?
who
Like,
would even
government?
want? Yeah, who would want a ghost? I don't. Why?
Okay.
Sounds like more paperwork
That's
nonsense.
what I can explain. Sort of, it is primarily our interactions with ghosts actually cause them to move on. Which means that technically there will be paperwork, but it is not my problem paperwork. It is further up the chains as they... There's myths about weighing your sins or whatever. It's a whole thing. Not my division, honestly. Anyway, doesn't matter. What RB is trying to do is incredibly severe. It is. I am morally obligated to recommend Ghost Jail for that.
Wait, did you
Marcus,
just say the word ghost jail?
Ghost jail.
It's the official designation, yes.
That
It's the
sounds like
official
it could
designation.
have a better title.
Nin just mouths ghost jail to herself over
Soul
and over.
Prison?
Like,
I think Soul
Yeah,
Prison
not
is
joins
better.
while she's flossing and mouthing ghost jail.
ghost jail.
It's the official designation. I think Henry did it on a laugh one day, and nobody questions what Henry does on a laugh.
I think they should question what Henry does.
Here's
agree
the
with
thing.
that.
Here's the thing. He is the right hand of death. So, no.
The
We
right
don't
hand of
question
death is named Henry.
Yeah, Julius is like, what the fuck is going on? He looks done at this
Anyway,
point.
off topic. Sounds like the part that I need to do is deal with Abe, and then we can figure out what the fuck is going on with Marcus later.
I think, yes, that the part you need to concern with yourself with is Abe. And then whatever Marcus does, Marcus
Okay.
does.
Then, maybe Marcus moves on and he's not a problem.
Perhaps,
For-
perhaps he'll be
He-
released from this mortal coil. or whatever
Maybe
it
he
is
gets to be a
And
guardian
If
spirit
he
of the
has to be,
household.
I can put in a word that he did help prevent subsumation of. Asta kind of pauses and rubs at the bridge of his nose and... Irene,
Yes.
how much of a diplomatic process do you think it would be if the Lord, whose ascendant status is already kind of debatable, were to get subsumed by his enemy?
I adore that you asked me that question, dear. I'm not a political scientist, I'm a librarian, but I think it could cause quite a kerfuffle, if I'm being
Roll me a history check, Irene.
God, really?
Yeah.
I love that.
Here's
Oh
the
my
thing,
god.
though. Irene has also been around the region
Yeah.
long enough to see some of these shifts of power.
20.
Ooh.
Okay. Now that
Nice.
you've heard the name Abe Kenjiro and you've sort of had a moment to think about him, he wasn't Lord, actually. He was Daimyo.
Ah,
He was Daimyo during the separation of Chalas.
Mm.
right. Oh. Oh, okay, yeah. Okay. Okay.
So what does that mean in...
Okay. You can keep going.
Yeah, so Abe is a separatist.
Yeah.
Oh.
Irene would say, well, the thing about Abe Kenjiro is that, okay, so you remember, perhaps you don't, you're much too young to remember, I suppose it was before your time. There was a war, and then a little while before that war, there had been another war. This could cause another one of those, in the simplest possible terms. In fact, quite likely could cause another one of those. Probably would. Sounds like that would be in his aims to do such thing. Just based on...
So, point is,
Yes, no, I understand the gravity of the situation.
the reason I bring that up is that should Marcus need to be involved, I have the ability to go through his actions. He directly help prevent these things. That is the best I can do for him if I have to involve him.
All right.
He seems to
But
think that your bosses aren't going to really care.
He
I
has
don't
quite a few opinions about your bosses. It might not be best to repeat all of them.
Seems like you might know less than you think you do.
Oh,
Possibly.
absolutely. There's. I have not sworn enough to get access to a lot of information. So much of it is classified beyond my pay grade. So much of it.
Julius just makes a little bit of a face.
All right.
Nagi also makes a bit of copies Julius's face because she doesn't believe him.
Oh man.
So, you will do your best to not have to involve him, and in the event that he does get involved, you will vouch for him on the basis of preventing possibly another war.
Yes.
That is what you are saying. That's what you're offering.
Yes. It's the
All
best I can do. I don't have the pay grade to nudge it further, but
Yes,
the
yes.
officer's recommendation is, at least as far as I know, somewhat taken into consideration.
Pay grades. Yes.
I
Well-
hate cops.
You.
Julius just
Well,
like
apparently you find
chuckles.
yourself in regular company.
Yeah, it sucks, doesn't it?
Yeah, imagine dying and being recruited by them.
Alex says a cab.
All right.
Oh no, I'm about to go to the paramilitary. It's just a whole lot more of a clusterfuck. Anyway, we're not talking about that right now. Do we want to
Okay.
go try and figure out where the fuck Abai is?
Well, I think we need to go back in and mention to Marcus exactly what you've said on the matter and talk to him a little bit about it, which you're still absolutely forbidden from entering that room, by the way. So
I figured. I would like to not get set on fire again today.
he doesn't like you in the slightest.
Asa kind of winces a little bit and nods. He's well used to it.
Alright, I think we should go back in and tell
Abe,
Marcus.
yeah.
Not Abe. We don't
I
talk
know.
to Abe. Abe's not a cool ghost. We only
Abe
talk
is
to
Abe's a
not the cool
bastard man.
club. I just
We only
like to
talk
say I just like to say Abe's name. That's the reason.
Abe can't sit with us.
Fair and valid.
God. I meant to say Marcus.
Jasper.
Jasper!
Oh,
my
baby.
goodness. She baby.
It is a her.
Just a little baby.
Baby criminal.
She's so good. Look at her pretty face. Her
She
profile.
just does baby
Oh,
crimes.
she's a model. Look at her. I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed.
Baby.
Okay.
I love her.
So what are you saying to Marcus?
Oh, I don't know what we're saying to Marcus.
You find him kind of floating next to the fireplace. You kind of get the sense that this is his escape route.
So we've had a discussion.
Asta would have asked if we would be able to take the box back to.
All right, we will
If
pass
one of you
around
could
that
pass on too.
at the end of this discussion. We will pass on that question request thing.
So
He sees you come in, he nods.
we have had a discussion with the unmentionables.
Rude.
Sure.
They will do what they can for you.
They will try their best not to have you involved at all in terms of reporting, in terms of all of that. And I think all 5 of us in here will be very much encouraging them in that direction. They did say, if things turn out sour and you have to get involved with the higher-ups, they will vouch for you in terms of, being decent. But they're trying... Basically, they will try their best to look the other way. Well, Asta will try his best to look the other way. I don't believe Nagi cares even a little bit, not in the slightest. She just does not. And I think that's perfectly valid of her.
Make a persuasion roll.
Oh god.
Does she get advantage because Julius helped a little?
With advantage because Julius, yep.
God bless you, my grandson. Okay.
It's because you held his hand. He has to.
21. Thanks for the advantage, jeez.
Anytime.
You see him kind of think about it for a minute, and he goes, well, if I'm honest, that's better than I thought.
All right.
And maybe if you can, have a big thing where you, disappear in a flash of light and say, oh, I'm moving on. I'm going to the afterlife.
Passing on from this world.
Just like a big performance.
I see
They
the
can
big
just,
gates.
That would be great, except for the fact that their higher-ups run the afterlife.
Oh, I guess that kind of is a problem, isn't it?
Yeah, just a little bit.
You really don't know who these people are.
Nope.
As established, we said that right at the beginning. We said they don't tell us a single thing.
Yeah, how are we supposed to know who these people are if they don't tell us?
That's half the point.
In any case, regardless of what they want, well, actually, regardless of what they want, Asta has asked about perhaps getting that box.
He kind of thinks for a second. I know you have the cylinders as well. Those for the box.
All right. We'll see if... Does Aster have the cylinders, or does Ixalia still have the cylinders?
Aster at this point.
Okay. Back out into the hallway.
Scuffle out.
Still dragging
running negotiations between a ghost and your cop friend.
Maybe only send one person out in the hallway?
Nope, all of us out.
Oh, okay, I guess we're all...
Everybody out.
That's what Granny's saying.
It's the funniest this way.
Yeah.
That is true.
Asta, dear. He would like, in exchange for the box, which he would be happy to provide you with, if you would give him the cylinders. You were the one who asked for the box.
Just with intent to return it to the Lord. It's not. Yes, it is evidence, but it's.
Line's personal property is muddled in all of this.
Yeah.
Is Aster formulating a response?
Yeah, that's.
Mm-hmm.
Once we know how to go, once we know what the situation is with dealing with the object problem.
Okay, all right. I will tell him that pending more information about something else, we will make the exchange. All right, back into the room. Unless there's anything else you wanted to add before I go back in there, dear.
Give me a second and I'll tell you.
Okay.
As he is going to cast Detect Evil and Good, hoping that Abe is not listening into this entire.
How far does that reach?
I'm looking to grab it. Please.
I think it's 30 feet.
My computer's really chugging.
No rights.
I did fun things with my hand.
Your hand looks so cool. Spicy.
I couldn't help myself.
Yeah, it's 30 feet.
30 feet.
Okay, thank you.
It can penetrate most barriers, but is blocked by 1 foot of stone, 1 inch of common metal, a thin sheet of lead, or 3 feet of wood or dirt, if that's relevant.
It is. Thank you.
No, should have been light. That should have been. I don't know
Yeah,
why
that's
it
light.
light so Detect Evil and Good. I don't know why it did that. I specifically clicked Detect Evil and Good.
The only things that pop up are the people around you, and Market.
Market.
The spell
Yeah.
does hit the ceiling and doesn't go through.
Yeah.
Presumably because of, ceiling, then barrier, then floor.
Yeah.
And it also hits the floor and does not go further down, so.
Yep.
Abe doesn't seem to be here.
Should possibly send someone to stick close to the Lord just in case, but we need at least 2 people. Yes.
All right. Am I discussing that with him, or is that just a knowledge for the general? That's just general
That's
knowledge.
This seems like a pretty damn good opportunity. Someone who is trying to manage a possession without interference to do it. Because all of us are occupied, and you guys are, and Marcus is also occupied.
Okay, so you're saying right now 2 people should go to the Lord.
Yes.
Maybe you should. Since you're not supposed to be in this room. Julia shouts from the other room.
Yeah, I'd.
Yeah. I mean, you and Nagi could go.
I would like my holy symbol back if I'm going to do that.
Oh, right, that does make sense. All
I
right,
need it for most of my spells.
Oof.
That does make sense. All right. Irene hobbles back in. All right, so pause on the box deal. Can they have the holy symbols back so they can go keep an eye on the Lord?
Fine.
All
My
right.
symbol of good faith, take.
Very kind of you, good sir. Irene will yoink those, take them back out into the hallway.
God.
Before you walk out, he does go, I would like, as a show of your good faith, at least cylinder number 20.
Okay, Irene will walk back out holding the
Aster
thing
able to
behind
hear
her
that?
back.
Yes, with the door open.
He does take out cylinder 20 and
Switcheroo, back into the room, set the cylinder down where the holy symbols were.
Poor old lady.
She's got so
Yeah,
many Ostios and she's just hobbling back and
Yeah,
forth.
why are we letting Granny do this? We should
why? Why are we letting Granny do this?
She
Aster
offered.
takes once around his brain, and what would he reasonably expect Lord Kinjira to be at this point?
This
God.
is in the morning times. Yeah. Oh no, this is the afternoon.
Yeah.
In theory, he should either be holding court down in his throne room, or in his personal study, depending on the order of the day.
Okay, Nagi, why don't you go check? No, we need to stay together. Court first and then personal study. Because we need to stay together, and also, I perhaps should not enter courtroom,
Yeah.
considering.
And, in case one of us gets possessed, it'd be
The
nice
other
to
one
have
is that,
someone- Yeah.
Yeah. That's why we're moving in pairs.
She,
So we're gonna go ahead to courtroom, and then we're gonna see what happens.
I will say no one is in the courtroom.
Okay, so private study.
What is everyone else doing? Marcus is you see Marcus kind of step forward and take the cylinder in his sort of clawed sort of hand and sort of pull it towards himself. What are you guys gonna do?
Boy.
I mean, if we're still in the room,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
Since it seems like we're kind of gonna be working together ish, can I ask what you're planning on doing? I mean, what's your whole part gonna be in this?
Well, I had originally planned to re-kill the bastard.
Can you do that?
What other? I hope so.
Good God.
I mean, it makes sense. You're a ghost and he's a ghost, so maybe only a ghost can really properly kill a ghost. Huh.
That's the word ghost too many times in that sentence.
Quite a few uses of the word ghost.
Yeah.
But I mean, if we're gonna be doing this together, we should probably figure out a plan, right?
That would be
suppose.
useful.
Abe usually, when he's not up to shit, hangs out in the upper left upper left attic.
That's the one that's
Is that the
blocked
one?
off, right?
Nope, it's the other one where
The other one?
where we
Okay.
originally found the box.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
I have no
Anyway,
idea where he is right now. I've been distracted.
Fair enough.
Can you sense him?
No, that's not how it works.
Oh.
All right.
So you should probably be the one to, strike the final blow, but what can we do to maybe lure him out? Seems like you know him best.
Tender subject.
Yeah, he kind of.
Nin says carelessly, without
He kind of-
consideration.
I love Nin.
I do too.
He gives you like a look. It's like,
It goes over her head completely.
I love her.
God bless her.
Just beams at him.
God.
Abe is a
love him.
selfish, prideful, obstinate piece of shit. I don't know what I ever saw in him.
She's only just now realizing that they might have been a couple.
Oh my God.
Love her.
Oh.
Rose-colored
Awkward.
glasses. We like to
Sorry.
project shit on people. Happens.
Well, we're a little bit past couples therapy, so is there anything we can do for you that would provide help to you directly, or should we try more along the lines of what Din was talking, distracting, perhaps luring him out, giving him an opportunity to, and then you swoop in and do ghost things?
Yeah, I mean, you said he's selfish and prideful, and does he have any other weaknesses that we could use?
He thinks he's smarter than he is.
Oh, I've known a person like that or two in my time.
Oh, I think almost everyone I've ever met has been like that.
Yeah, Julius just nods very quickly. Like, oh yeah.
I mean, keeping him away from Waki is probably goal number 1 until we get a chance to get an opening.
So we shouldn't use Waki as bait. Okay.
Probably a bad idea unless you want the Lord himself to be a meat shield.
No, not really.
Yeah, that would spell
I mean-
disaster.
Talk about fuel for the rumor mill.
Can he see through illusions, or... I mean, can you see through illusions?
Not any better than I could when I was alive.
It's true, everyone
Can you-
can see through illusions a little bit if they try hard enough.
Can you sense Waki? Like, if we were to make someone or something look like Waki, do you think that would work?
Well, what if it doesn't have to be an illusion.
It might.
Julius just, like, makes himself look like Waki. Huh?
You won't work. You're too infernal.
God damn it.
What about me?
Nin makes herself look like
I
Waki.
am delightful.
God.
Julius seems
not what I-
offended.
That's not what I mean.
Your vibes are wrong.
I.
Your vibes are rancid.
At once, I don't know how much to tell you. Spreading the information I have might worsen my chances with your friend's bosses. At the other, I don't know how fully to explain.
Oh god, my computer is being a jackass. Please, don't crash.
He's too
People-
choleric.
People give off individual magic. It's part of how any spellcaster uses it. But since I've been a bit more in tune with the magical essence of everything. I presume it's the same for Abe. You'll need someone who at least slightly resembles Waki.
Okay. Pointing to Exalia.
That might work.
I mean, we could discuss.
I mean, the thing about Exalia, right, is that it's not an illusion at all.
Oh yeah, that's true. She can...
It's an alteration, not an illusion, so he wouldn't be able to see through the illusion, because there isn't an illusion to see through.
No, it's not that. It's... He gets a little frustrated.
You're talking about
It's like
the
a
energy our
flavor
souls
thing?
give off.
It's like, a blueberry pastry versus an apple tart, or...
I literally love her so much.
I guess second metaphor.
Our
I'm
fillings
kinda
are
hungry,
like
so that's where my
pie
head is.
fillings.
I mean, Waki's human, yes. None of us are... I don't think any of us are human.
I'm
I
like
sure
half
hope I'm
human.
not human.
Partially human.
I'm totally human, Julius says in his tiefling body.
Good job of it.
Thanks.
I'm a human man.
He does sort of point at Nin and goes, that might work temporarily, though you're a little interesting anyway.
Thank you.
Oh my god.
You're all a bit interesting.
Thank you.
Except for you, and he points at Irene.
God bless.
Annie's interesting.
Thank you, dear.
I didn't mean...
No offense taken, no offense given.
death hasn't helped with the people thing.
Well, yes, that's understandable.
200 years trapped in mechanisms will do that to you.
Yes, a bit rusty, a little out of practice. It's all right. It's nothing that a bit of chatting can't fix. In any case, you said, okay. So of Julius, Ixalia, and Nin. What's behind door number 3? You say Nin is perhaps the closest to.
That would be my choice.
That's your bet. Fair enough.
I mean, I can make myself look like him. I don't know if I can make myself sound like him.
Well, it's not as though he walks around the manor chit-chatting at every hour of the day. There's no need for you to talk necessarily.
It's true.
This is, of course, a plan we would have to run by the Lord Conjuro himself, which would probably have to censor quite a bit of why we think it's a good plan.
Yeah, it feels like this is going to be a kind of hard sell to him.
I'm going to have to explain things in a very interesting way, I think, to avoid the obvious.
Well, it was just a thought, you know. There's probably another way to do it.
No, I think it's still a possibility that is worth exploring. And considering I'm not sure that we have any better possibilities.
I'm gonna put a pin in this, and then I'm gonna switch to Aster and Nagi real quick, because Jamie has to leave soon, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Uh,
I do, like in 4 minutes.
Oh.
You go
Oh,
find Waki in his personal study. He seems to be poring over just some sort of financial document. His hair is sort of pulled up in this loose bun at the base of his neck.
Okay. First question. If I use Spooky Vision, doesn't seem like there's a weird overlay, or doesn't seem like there's...
Roll me an investigation check.
Ooh.
I literally hate everything on the face of the planet.
Come on!
Roll.
Roll 20 has frozen.
Oh no.
Roll. Quick.
What was that?
Roll physical.
I was just gonna roll with the bot. I don't know what the modifiers are, but...
I can check for you.
Oof. Right, I forgot that Avery hates people.
Yeah.
What was it?
So I will quickly go get my physical dice. 5 plus whatever his mod is.
As soon as the ship wants to
Bear with
load.
me, I am gonna go get my physical dice. But if roll 20...
I'm gonna cut session real soon.
Okay.
It's a 2. A 7 will do ya. A 7 will do ya. You walk into the room and you flick your spooky vision on real quick. And as he looks up at you, the way he moves at first is a little bit of a jerk and a jitter.
Yep.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh no.
And in your vision, there is what seems like a small, fine, almost glossamer sort of shimmer over the rest of him.
Ow.
Okay.
Can I help you?
Not good, not good, not good.
Yes, Abe, I think we can. And the next thing he's gonna do is he's gonna try and turn on dead force Abe out.
Okay, we're gonna put session there.
Oh, fuck.
Parker, you
Oh.
can't do that. You can't stop session right when he's about to turn undead. That's homophobic.
That's really homophobic.
Parker.
You all fell for Abe's fucking plan!
I
Yeah.
wasn't even here to know what his plan was. This is not on me.
He wanted us to get distracted,
I will-
I'm sure.
Give the what last will use for the turn on dead?
Sure.
Abe Kanjiro, the shepherd has been waiting for you.
Nice. And that's where we're gonna. That's it. Abe Kanjiro.
Yeah.
The shepherd's been waiting for you.
Fucking.
I must go. Cool.
Yes.
Metal
Bye,
line.
Jamie!
Yeah.
Take care for your appointment. Okay. Okay, I gotta stop recording now. Holy crap. This is